Hey guys, I really don't know what to say anymore, but unfortunately the mic still hasn't arrived to my country. I honestly have no idea what's going on and exactly why it's taking so long, but according to the guys that I bought it from, it should arrive by this Sunday. But if not, I guess I'll just have to write my suicide note next to my stall team on pavement and then kill myself! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Newsy Gunner here, bringing you people the week 3 of the free agency and trade transactions. Now, to those who don't know how this works, there will be a link down below in the description which links you to the week 1 of the free agency and trade transactions where the rules are properly explained. So do check that video out and come back to this video if you want to know the rules. That being said, let's move on to this week's transactions where the coach of the New Orleans Pelicans, John aka Pokemon, thank God I don't have to spell his name, decided to drop his golem for Piloswine. And as far as this trade goes, I have to say that John made a very good call on this one because, truth be told, Golem wasn't doing anything too extraordinary or adding anything special to his team. I mean, he already has Donphan, which is a much more reliable wall than Golem, which can also set up rocks, with the added benefit of spinning hazards away, and with all these factors being taken into consideration, there was really no reason for having Golem around other than blowing itself out with Explosion, which Donphan obviously can. Heck, I talked to him after he made his transaction and he revealed that to me that him picking Golem in the first place was more of an experimental pick and that he initially believed that it would help with the 2 Charizards, but then found that to be untrue later on. So that's why I strongly believe that him dropping Golem for Piloswine was a very good choice, because Piloswine on the other hand does a lot for the New Orleans Pelicans. And I'll tell you exactly why. See? When you look at John's team, it was clearly evident that he lacked ice coverage. And if you look at the division he's in, ice coverage is indeed very beneficial for his team, which Piloswine actually manages to provide. That and the fact that it has good bulk, along with the ability known as Thick Fat, helps John a lot in dealing with Ice Beam and Thunderbolt users. Instead of being forced to always switch in Florges on it, making his plays much more predictable and giving his opponent the scope to read him much more easily, since initially he just had Florges to take those hits. Not to mention the fact that it also gives him another Stealth Rock user, which is always nice, and it hits decently hard too, along with the fact that it gives John more priority in the form of Stab, Ice Shard. That, and we all know for a fact that ice and ground coverage is too good of a combination to pass out on in the League format. And that is exactly why I believe that John made a very good choice by dropping Golem for Piloswine. Now, on to the second and last transaction, we have Fizz, who's currently 3-0 in the GBA, along with Nick, who decided to drop his Aggron for Leveni. And you probably may think that I'm fully against it, but I for one think that it's a very good choice made by Fizz. And the reason why I believe so is because other than giving Fizz a 3rd Stealth Rock user, a 2nd Steel and Rock type along with no recoil at Head Smash, Aggron wasn't doing anything too extraordinary for his team. Heck, I talked to Fizz about this transaction and he said that his original intention was always to draft Leveni, but since it got sniped from him, he decided to go with Aggron since he had no other preferable alternative. To top it off, Leveni does actually do more things for his team than with Druze, because Leveni is a very good partner for Zardwai since it can abuse Chlorophyll and actually start outspeeding things, giving him the liberty to hit hard and set up sticky webs. And if you combine sticky webs with Zardwai, it gives the Atlanta Holochas a very brutal and deadly combination. And he also has a punisher for hazard removers in the form of Garchomp, which we all know is famous for the deadly Rocky Helmet and Rock Skin combination. While it does make his squad somewhat weak to Stealth Rock due to the addition of Leveni, judging by the way he's been performing so far, it seems as if it's not going to face him one bit. Whatever drawbacks were present in Drew's team for having Leveni are indeed not present in his, which is why I see why he drafted that bug. And it has a very good partner by the name of Titar to cover up for the fire and flying weakness and take them out, which Leveni struggles a lot against. And also, for what it's worth, it has access to Heal Bell too, which will give Fizz more liberty to run whatever set he wants on Togekiss, thereby making it more deadly and less predictable. Because if there's anything that both he and I can strongly agree on, it's the fact that if a versatile Mon is forced to run a move always because of the structure of the team itself, it will create a serious drawback for the squad. So in closing, I'd say that Fizz made a very good choice here, and if he plays effectively, his team will become much more threatening than it already is in the first place. That being said, this concludes the week 3 of the free agency and trade transactions. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this trade, and I'll see you all with a new mic hopefully next time. But if not, be sure to keep a lookout on my page. Stay awesome and take care. Bye bye.